Is up, YouTube knife community? Back again. Today we got a pretty fun video. It's been a month now since I bought my AD10, and I have had a chance to test it and check it out and see how well it performs or whatnot. So we're here today to kind of give my thoughts and impressions on the knife overall after use and all that. So we'll jump into that. We're going to talk about the dimensions real quick. This knife is 8.5 overall. Blade and handle is 8.5 total. It's got a blade length of 3.625, 3 5/8. The cutting edge, because it's got this tool, your cutting edge is 3.5 inches. And Blade HQ has it as a 6.83 ounce knife. On my scales it weighed 7.1. Your stock thickness is 0.15, which is just a little bit over 1/8 of an inch, and that's also right at 3.8 millimeters. This knife has some killer G10 scales. I love the G10 on this knife. It looks awesome. It's got this it's not a glass breaker, it's like a skull, a tension getter or whatnot. It's got a huge clip on it. At first glance, people say, damn, that's a crazy clip. But once you carry it, it feels pretty good. I like it. The grind is what to be expected for what they're pushing this knife to be. It comes down to about 25 to 28 thousandths behind the edge, which is, it's pretty thick, but it's not the worst cutting tool in the world, I wouldn't say. But it's pretty sweet knife. I enjoy it. I assume that hole right there in the scales is so you can pin it, this hole right here above my ring finger, so you can pin it in the open position. They don't send a pin or nothing. They do, however, send an extra pocket clip for left-handers. It bolts up or screws up the same way with these two screws right here. You take these two right here for lefties. It is a triad lock. Let's see if I can get in frame. I need to do it with my right hand. Smooth triad lock, very smooth. Deploys, very smooth. I'll get back over here. So yeah, it is a pretty nice knife. Andrew Demko is the designer. It's made by Coldsteel. It is made in Taiwan. It's made of S35VN. And as far as my personal thoughts on it, yeah, guys, it's a killer knife. Ergos on this thing is amazing. Like really, you can bear down, and I don't feel any hot spots whatsoever. It's just an enjoyable knife to use. I have used the snot out of this knife, by the way. It's been beat up pretty hard for the last month. I did edge retention test on it. I recorded the last 2 tests, and they came out exactly the same. Well, within 5% of each other. So, like I said, it's S35N. I have not had this one Rockwell tested yet. It will go to Kurt pretty soon. But I got 106 feet fine edge, 56 feet working edge, 162 total, and that's only on a 1-inch section, remind you. I tape off a 1-inch section of blade, and then I cut cardboard like this, little strips, until it stops shaving, and that's the fine edge. So it'll do that on a 1-inch section for 106 feet cardboard, and then the working edge is you move on to slicing printer paper. I don't have any printer paper here. It wouldn't do it right now anyway, because after these edge retention tests, I beat it up a little bit. It's pretty dull. So yeah, it's a beefy blade. It's a super stout knife overall. Like I said, in the hand, I mean, it's locked in. You can kind of creep up a little bit right here on this choil, although it's a little bit in the danger zone, so you'd want to be careful with that. One thing that I do not like about this knife, I don't know why they did this, maybe somebody can tell me in the comments. The pivot screw is a T8, and all these other body screws are T6. We all know how bad we hate T6 screws. So I don't understand on a big, beefy, hard use knife why they would put those little measly T6 screws in there. But other than that, I don't have a whole lot to complain about with this knife. I would like to see it a little bit thinner behind the edge, but you know, it does its job. It does what it's supposed to. And here's something that a lot of people may not know about its bushcraft capability. Its spine has got the swedge on it, as you can see, and those corners have been knocked off pretty good. But if you come back here to where the jimping is, there's a 90-degree spine right there. Let's see if I can make sure it stays in the screen. This is a brand new rod, so it might take me a minute to get this apart. There it is. There we go. So yeah, it'll strike your ferro rod. You can see right where I did it. Right there. And that wipes off. That ain't nothing that's gonna harm your knife. All that smoke and dust wipes right off. Won't hurt a thing. And that's another thing that I love about this knife is these huge humongous thumb studs. Pretty nice. I like that. So overall, my impressions on the knife is beautiful. I would have liked to seen an adjustment on both sides of the pivot, but I mean, with these triad locks, usually 90% of the time on the ones I've owned, they're right down the chute, dead center most of the time. But I still like to know I can adjust both sides. So yeah, let's see what this knife will do. Like I said, it's dull. I ain't gonna be able to do no feather sticking or no carving or whittling or none of that stuff because she's dull as she can be. But you can still do all this fun things. It'll still baton. So it batons well, really well. We'll throw up a bigger piece here and see if we can get it stuck. I know I will. Right on the thumb stud. Alright, we ain't gonna press her left. I about got stuck in that one. So it'll baton. And here is, let me see if this is in frame. And I want to show you what I'm doing. Okay, those are staples driven into that board, and this is how big they are. There's about a third of it actually into the board. If I drove them any farther than that, it wouldn't prime because I already done it once just to make sure I could get them out. So let's see if we can pull staples. These are fencing staples is what they're made for. Some of them are pretty easy, some of them are a little rough. Alright, that wasn't really strenuous test, but as you can see, yeah, if it'll focus, there it is. It don't really bother it too much. These scratches are from something else I did. It wasn't from that. So now we will, this is kind of like, oh, Steve tore that pallet apart with them 2 Kershaws, and I wanted to do the same thing, tear apart a pallet, but of course I couldn't find a pallet. So I made I just took this board, nailed a smaller board to it, and these are the nails that I used. If I can find one, I had one right here. I think I lost it. Yeah, no, here they are. I'll show you about how much is going into the board. So yeah, you got a 2x4 and a smaller board on top, and then these are driven home and they're about that deep into the bottom board. This is something that I haven't done with this knife yet. I haven't done a lot of prying. I've done a lot of cutting and such with it. So this is new. We may break it, I don't know. Well, that popped out pretty easy. Well, it pried it out. That wasn't too good of a test. Let's see about a tip test. We'll tip test this a bit one time. As you see right now, there's no damage on the tip so far. So we'll find us a good spot in this board. That's about a 1/2 inch or so. Stock thickness on this thing's pretty good. I don't think anything bad will happen, but you never know. Could be a knot there or something. Could just lose the very tip of it. I don't know. Like I said, this is the first time I've done anything like this with it. Ooh, I thought that was it. I thought I broke it. God, man. Yeah, this thing cries good so far. I was worried a little bit about that drop point kind of blade. Most of the prying that I've done so far has been with a Tonto, so I didn't know whether to trust this drop point or not, but she's holding her own. I do believe we're made through the board. Oh yeah, we're through it somewhere. Well, bear with me, we're almost there. Thought we were. Anyway, we get the point. It'll pry. There's the hole it dug. Right here almost all the way. Actually, you can see light through it right there. See the light? It's through. Yeah, there it is. Hang on, I'll dig this out a little bit. There it is. Right there. Made it all the way through the board. And there is 0 damage to the edge. I mean to the tip. So yeah, this is a stout knife and a comfortable knife. It's way easier to carry than most people think. Like, you tell people you're carrying an AD10, they're like, "God, that thing weighs a ton." But really, I mean, it's not that bad to carry, and the peace of mind that you get. Like, I'm not saying this is the best EDC knife out there. I'm clearly not saying that. But if you're going to go hiking or camping or something like that, and you want to put something in your pocket, and you know you can do whatever the hell you want to do with it while you're out there, this would be a damn good knife to take. It's stout. Oh, the reverse grip is phenomenal on this knife. It feels good. I probably could have done without this whatever the tension getter or whatever on the ass end of it. I mean, you can use it to like crush stuff or whatever, but I don't really know how much good it does. But there's the knife. I love it. I'm glad I got it. It done the same pry test that the Recon 1 did. Pleased with that. So that being said, I got a question. A lot of my viewers probably have a lot more experience with Coldsteel than I do. So I want to ask you, are all these triad locks made equally? And the reason I ask that is because if you get an AD10 and you push that lock, it falls. Like, it's so smooth. It's, I mean, just as easy to open and close as a liner lock or a frame lock. I mean, it's simple to use, very easy to use. And the Recon 1 is the same way. Once you get it broke in and get all the coat off the inner workings and stuff, it's smooth as silk too. Very smooth. Okay? But then you go and you buy a Pro Light that is advertised as a triad lock. It don't say anything different. If you look up a AD10, it says triad lock. If you look up a Pro Light, it says triad lock. I'm sure they're made very similar, but that knife does not drop, and it is a whole lot harder to push. So are these locks the same triad lock? Do you get the same triad lock in a $20 knife that you do in a $120, $140 knife, or whatever this AD10 costs? That's my question. If anybody knows the answer, answer it, please. And today I want to show you some gear that I use. It made an appearance just a few minutes ago. This stays in this bag. It is one of those Exotac fire rods, and you can unscrew the cap. Look over my patriotic band-aid, and inside you can put some little fire tinder or whatnot. And then these rods come off the end, and you can replace them too. So they're very handy fire starters, very small, easy to carry, whatnot. So that stays in this bag. Here's my bag, or not bag. I don't know if you call it a bag or not. It's a little Maxpedition pouch, and inside of this pouch, like I said, on the outside I keep my fire rod. On the inside I keep one of my current favorite knives, a small flashlight, and a poker pen. And there's field book notebook from JB. Actually, this little pouch came from JB, a giveaway win from a long time ago. But this thing has been by my side ever since he shipped it to me. I love this thing. And if I ever lost this, I would definitely replace it. So if you guys need a little bag like that to carry some of your extra stuff in, this Maxpedition pouch is thebomb.com. Check it out. One last thing before we get out of here. Right now we're at 422 subscribers. Guys, I love it. I'm enjoying it, and I appreciate all you guys for subscribing. And I'll keep these tests coming, and we'll be doing a giveaway pretty soon. So far, I know for a fact that there is a brand new Civivi backlash in black with blue liners, just like this one. That is going to be in the giveaway. I already have it. It was generously donated by Sean at Gear Toward Gear. So there'll definitely be one of these in it. And there's I got a bottle of knife pivot lube that's going to be in it. And then there'll probably be a couple of CJRBs, one at least. And I'm going to get some flashlights and some other gear type stuff to put in. So we'll probably do like a 3 prize pack giveaway for 500. So yeah, just stay tuned. I'm trying to get everything together, and then I'll make the official video. But guys, thanks for coming today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me and my long-winded rants about silly little pocket knives. I appreciate every one of you for tuning in. And yeah, if you're on the fence about an AD10, I say go, because it's a tough ass knife that performs decently, even on cutting tasks like slicing and stuff. I mean, it's not the worst in the world. Yeah, it's not a Civivi backlash, but for what you get and what it's capable of, to me, it's well worth it. It's well worth the extra heft, the extra width, and all that good stuff to have in your pocket. Usually I back pocket it. Oh, by the way, back pocket today, I forgot, I wanted to talk about this again. I brought this up in my last HRC video. When I got to this, I was showing off everything that Kurt had done to it for me, J Cool G19. And I said that was a natural patina that I'd put on there. Well, lo and behold, I didn't know he had done some kind of etching on it with electricity. I can't remember what it's called. So it has been etched. I just thought that it was the oil that he'd put on it was made it darker. But anyway, shout out to Kurt for being Kurt. Kurt is a badass dude. If you don't know him, get to know him, because you're missing out. Anyway, that's all I got today, guys. I want to say thanks again for stopping by and listening to me. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.